All right, gang, new chapter, sauteing Swiss chard, which we had cut in the last segment when we were working on our pan-fried steak. So what we're gonna do, again, cast iron, a little bit bigger because I don't wanna, fully crowd all my Swiss chard. I'm gonna make sure this pan is nice and hot. And I'm gonna use olive oil because I'm not doing a high heat sear for the meat. I want this olive oil for flavor. This is beautiful grassy olive oil. It's creamy. It's really gonna lend to the flavor of your Swiss chard. So again, we wanna make sure the olive oil is hot before we put our veg in the pan. And you can go ahead and just swirl the pan around a bit, make sure it's coating the bottom. And we have everything we need. So we have our mise en place here. We have our oil, we have our salt, we have our lemon, we have our Swiss chard, we have our tools, we're ready to go. And again, be careful of your water content in all your produce because this is definitely going to crackle a little bit. I'm going to turn my heat down just a little bit. I still want it kind of high. And I'm going to start to toss this around to incorporate the oil on the leaves. And then I'm going to put a little pinch of salt on there. I'm going to turn it again, incorporate that salt. Look at how beautiful that is. Gorgeous, right? I'm going to turn my heat back up. I'm going to squeeze a little bit of lemon in here, just a little bit. That acid is going to, just break up the flavor a little bit. Probably, really, if you want to measure it, it's going to be about a teaspoon. No, about half a teaspoon. You get that heat going, and we're just going to toss these around. Make sure all that flavor is on all the leaves. And right when you see the leaves start to wilt a bit, tells you that you're done. Now that's a saute of our greens. You could take it to another level and braise it by getting some chicken stock and or veggie stock and putting it in the pan, putting your greens in at this point and putting it in the oven, and then the greens would soak up all that nutrient-dense value from a bone broth or a veggie broth. That's two ways to do it. So these are perfect. These are done. They've got a little bit of browning. They're nice and wilted. You don't want them too wilted. The further you cook, the more nutritional value, the more nutrient-dense value you're going to remove from your veggies. Don't cook them horribly long. That's it. We're good. Okay, so this Swiss chard is beautiful. You can totally eat this on its own. You can also put it into a shepherd's pie, or you can put it into a frittata or an omelet or a soup. It is endless. It'll go great with the steak. So we have the citrus chili oil. I'm just going to do a little drizzle right on top. Just going to get a little bit out here. Right? Nice pretty plate. Get that citrus and chili. I'm going to go ahead and just get a little lemon zest on it because why not? A little extra squeeze of lemon. And we're done. That's it. It's a simple class. Dry cooking method is a pretty simple treatment. You need to be safe around the heat, right, in your hot pans. But something as beautiful as just doing a Swiss chard or a kale or collard greens, even lettuce. You take romaine in a really hot pan and just do half a head and just sear the heck out of it for a salad. The heat with all of the different sugars and then the different fats and the way it all caramelizes is beautiful. Heat and salt and fat all in our dry cooking method. And I'm really excited to share this with you. This is actually one of my favorite dishes. All right, bon appetit. Enjoy.